welcome to Rise and Shine Las Vegas. And imagine we used to do Rise and Shine Las Vegas 3 days a week. And now, and then we transition to 1 day a week and then 2 days a week. And now this week is just so amazing to have a lot of people actually needed some promotion with what they do, their passion and everything. And the last 2 days we have those 2022 election candidate. Make sure you guys go and vote on November 8th. And as I posted on my Facebook today, I am endorsing Max Berkeley, Justice Judge for Department 7, and also Anna Albertson for Department 11. I hope I got that right, Anna. And also yesterday we have the person Mark Robertson running for U.S. Congress. You know, I just love his platform, and if you actually watch it yesterday, you'll see all the plans that he wanted to implement here in Las Vegas, or where it's actually national, but that is the plans that he wanted to bring it to the White House. So please go ahead and cast your vote. And also, Brandon Davis, he is running for governor. If you want a change, guys, Brandon Davis doesn't have any political experience. He was a famous musician here in Las Vegas before. But if you go and listen to him of what he was saying, oh my God, you're gonna be like, oh, I wanna vote for this guy. So go ahead and do your due diligence before casting your votes, because that's very important. I can tell you who I endorse, but you still have to see who they are before you guys actually listen to me, right? Like what I said earlier, Maria doesn't listen to anybody. I do my own due diligence. But anyways, guys, today I am so honored to have actually a nonprofit organization founders here with me today. So please stay tuned. Don't go away, because when we come back, we're gonna talk a lot of very interesting and very helpful to a lot of homeowners out there. So don't go away. We will be right back. Welcome back to Rise and Shine Las Vegas, and as you can see, I have actually my guests on the screen. We have Amy Hauestein and Michael Huntsman, and we also have the beautiful Marilou Huntsman, and believe it or not, we have two Filipinas in the house right now. Woo-hoo! So be very, very careful, okay? But anyways, guys, welcome to my show.
Thanks, you. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Well, part of my show, part of Rise and Shine Las Vegas, is we actually feature nonprofit organizations here in Las Vegas who's doing great things in our community. And I see you guys, you know, I called myself, I'm a stalker online. So I stalk you guys, and I literally love what you guys do. So be careful, because my questions might not be something that you want a path to go, but I know you know the answers. But anyways, what is prolific? Is it prolific?
Prolific
Home solution. What is that? Who wanna answer the question?
Go for it.
Okay, so Prolific Home Solutions is a nonprofit 501c3 registered company that specializes in helping families who are facing real estate challenges. So our goal is actually to help people solve their challenge and keep their house if it's at all possible. Right now, you know, post-COVID and post-moratorium, post-forbearance, there's a lot of families right now who are facing foreclosure and may not understand what options they have. So Prolific Home Solutions is a nonprofit that comes in and helps families. We offer our services for free, and our goal is to help people save their house if at all possible.
Yes.
Now, if it becomes that it's not a possibility to save the property, we make sure that the homeowners get something out of the ordeal instead of losing it to the bank and getting nothing in return.
So when did you guys start? I believe you started it in 2021, and that's in the middle of pandemic. Did you guys see this possibility to bring nonprofit organization because of what happened to a lot of homeowners in the COVID?
No, actually, we've been doing this for probably about 3-4 years. We officially incorporated during COVID, and so it's a problem, and it's been a problem for as long as banks have existed.
Yeah.
So when there's a challenge, we got tired of seeing people get sucked into the vortex and not being able to resolve the challenge. What either the bank wasn't working with them, or they didn't know what to ask, or what paperwork, or what have you. And so the majority of the people on our team have actually gone through a foreclosure, and every single one of them has said, if I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have had.
So how many in your team so far?
Oh,
Marilou.
Oh, on the pandemic time, we had interval, like I counted 80 of them at the time. But now that they're all going back to, they have gone back to work, we are kind of like getting smaller now, but the problem hasn't changed. There's still a lot of people, and even more now after the no more moratorium, no more whatever it is that the government tried to do to help us when pandemic happened.
So when you guys started this company, are you guys all homeowners? Because I saw your bio, how you actually get struggled at those times.
Mm-hmm.
So are you guys all homeowners? By the way, guys, Marilou is married to Michael. So yeah, I know she's beautiful, but yeah, she's taken.
So, Prolific Home Solutions is full of volunteers who, like, for example, what Amy just said, a lot of us went through the process.
Mm-hmm.
I personally lost my own home in 2011 because I didn't know what I know now, right? And so we have a bunch of volunteers that are working with us, all who may be homeowners, maybe not homeowners, but it's all about working with those people who are facing those challenges, bringing our expertise, because again, we've been through it. We understand how it feels, right? And now knowing that we know, I'm never going to have to go through a situation where I'm facing that again. And that's what we want to bring to the people that are facing that same
So
challenge.
you guys keep on saying, oh, we know now what we know. Can you explain a little bit about that? Can you elaborate that? What we need to know?
There's a lot.
We're gonna work on step by step.
We have participated in some education. So we're all investors by trade. That's what our background is. So we've learned different ways to invest in real estate, different ways to go about structuring a transaction for a property, to acquire it ourselves. And so there's lots of people out there that do that, and they do that for their own benefit. You're distressed, and let me come here, let me help you. But they may not leave the homeowner in the best situation.
Yeah.
And so what we want to do...
That's what happened all the time.
Exactly. And so what we want to do is we want to use our investing powers for good. And so we've gotten to a point where we know how to talk to the banks. We know how to collect the money to make sure that the bank situations are resolved and get the homeowners what they need. And so that's what we know now. And we want to, again, essentially pay it forward. So that we can leave the homeowners in a better situation than we found them.
So it's actually includes investing and real estate. Are you guys security license and a real estate license?
So I'm actually a licensed realtor, but so prior to starting Prolific Home Solutions, I was actually working a full-time job as a maintenance engineer, right? And I worked my way up. I was a supervisor of the department for the overnight shift at the hotel I worked at, and I got burned out because my boss kept taking credit for everything I did and blaming me for his mistakes.
That's a corporation, by the way. That's why I'm actually building my own corporation empire. So yeah, go ahead.
So when that was going on, I started looking outside because I wasn't happy, and I read a book that taught me that 90% of wealthy people make their wealth in real estate. I didn't know anything about real estate, so I went and became a realtor. Well, I found out as a realtor, I'm still just representing other people with their hopes and dreams of real estate ownership. It wasn't until I plugged in with the nationwide community of real estate investors where we learned how to do what we do that I started actually experiencing success in real estate. And then we saw a major need for homeowners
Mm-hmm.
that are facing real estate challenges to be able to understand what options are available to them, what solutions are available to them, and that's when we started working as a nonprofit by name, and then we officially incorporated last year.
So you guys said you are a non-profit organization. Do you guys charge or when you do the training?
Go ahead. That would be.
So when we sit down with a homeowner, our services are 100% completely free, right? And now let me clarify when I say that. We're going to sit down with the homeowner, we're going to explain every single option that's available to them, help them go through those options, help them save their property if at all possible, get on the phone with the lenders, do the legwork.
Mm-hmm.
Now if it becomes a situation where we can't save the house, well then we have to involve other licensed people whose services may not be free.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the nonprofit itself, the counseling, the education,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we actually train people to first of all understand how credit works, right? So they're in a situation where their credit's messed up.
So are you guys licensed for that credit thingy too that they have, like when you no? Okay.
No.
So you guys are just actually training them based on experience,
Yes.
not with licensing.
Based on experience and
Or do you have
education
kind of like
that we-
licensed people to actually that yes.
Bingo. So we actually, I'm glad you brought it up. We partner with a company called Credit Nerds that
Yes.
offers free credit repair,
Yes.
right? So once we help them solve their challenge with their house, we help them understand the different things that are available to them to understand so they don't get in the situation again, right?
Yeah.
So understanding credit is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
We also teach a concept called velocity banking,
Mm-hmm.
where we actually show families how to pay off a 30-year mortgage or any type of loan for that matter
Mm-hmm.
in a lot less time without changing any dollar amount that they're currently already spending,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's a matter of leveraging bank lines versus loans. I mean, it's a little bit of a process, but that's something that we help people understand, and we actually firmly believe that everybody should understand these concepts.
Oh yes, yeah.
Right.
Well, the reason why I'm asking all these questions, you might be, I didn't do my research for all of this. I used to be actually a manager of a bank, so I know I went to real estate school. I'm certified. I'm not licensed, and I also went to security license. So I'm an investor as well, and I do investing on a stock market. So I kind of like putting this together, and you guys' idea of bringing this 501c and helping a lot of things is, I felt like I belong in it. That's
You need to come see
Come
us
hang
Thursday
out.
night. Every Thursday night we
That's
have
why
an
I was
introduction
like,
meeting.
oh, those are all my passion besides my company, all right? So anyways, you were saying, let us actually get, we don't go, I want them to actually go and come to you guys to learn more, but I just want to actually get our viewers a little bit about it. So if they're having trouble with their mortgage, how could you help? Can you answer that, Amy?
Well, Michael alluded to it earlier. Basically, what we do is we go and we figure out, we ask, well, how did you get in this situation? Let's
So
get
you're
the backstory.
helping them with the
Yeah.
financial part.
Primarily, yes.
Mhm.
That's the majority, is figure out where are you now and how can we get this situation that you're in this moment resolved so that it's not hanging over your head, you're not stressed out. And then we can go talk about all the credit and the velocity banking and things like that. So basically we come in and we say, hey, how did you get in this situation? What's going on? Do you have like your most recent bank statement so we can see where we're at? Well, have you sign a letter of authorization, which allows us to talk to the bank on your behalf. We can't do anything, we can't tell them to move money and all this stuff, just for the record.
just to
But-
figure, just
exactly.
to
We call them-
analyze everything. Every
Call the bank
situation.
and say, what's your take, bank, on this situation? So where are
Wow.
we at? And then we have another meeting, say, this is where we're at. This is what the bank's saying. This is what you're saying. Here's the reality of the situation. And we have about 10 or 12 different options that can happen in the situation.
Name one.
Well,
Just one.
one of them is we keep your house. Loan modification is the primary way we save a home. It's actually our first go-to. Loan modification.
And what is loan modification?
It basically means the bank is going to go in and restructure how your loan is set up. It's kind of like refinancing, but not exactly.
They
So
will look on the other, let's say you open up with a high interest or or maybe the prime rate at that time is this high, they will yeah.
Yeah, they might adjust the interest rate, and the goal for the bank is to get the payments to where you can handle them now.
Because they want to get paid.
Exactly. The banks are for-profit institutions. I hate to break it to y'all.
Yeah.
They're looking out for themselves. So as soon as they can start getting paid, they're going to do their best to make it happen within their own framework.
When they said we're gonna help you, actually they're helping themselves because they don't want you actually default on those payments.
Correct.
Yes.
But it's also helping you technically.
Correct.
Yeah.
So then Michael said too, that's the legwork that we do. We'll talk to banks for you because a lot of times, homeowners don't say to the bank, or the bank tells them something and whatever it is. And we've got the experience, we can push back at them and go,
They've been through it.
What you're telling me, bank, isn't right. Let me lay it out for you. And so then we can get all the information and go all, that will allow for all the options that are possible. And ideally we get it to where you can stay.
You guys, I really love this, what you're doing, because do you know how many, okay, so when you get into situation, especially families out there, we have inflation, we have the COVID, and other million things that's actually stressing single family. Do you know what the normal reaction would be? I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And sometimes when you think that way, you think that there's nobody can help you.
A confused mind does nothing.
Yeah. So when you see we should make a freaking good marketing video for this company. Yes. Now I am. Yeah. You see when those times happen and everybody actually have that situation where they don't know what to do, and what's the first thing they do? They either sell everything, or they take suicidal. No, they don't walk away. They actually face it in the wrong way. And if we don't have those help, like you guys, they all gonna be lost.
That's why we formed the nonprofit.
No, I love
because
it.
we saw the need for it.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I build social media shows, is to help everybody, to help each other and not tear everybody apart. But anyways, we're gonna go on a quick break because I have so many questions. I want actually these questions to help you guys put the word out, or whatever is you guys doing in this nonprofit organization. And please don't go away. We will be right back. We have so much more to tell you guys. Welcome to social media shows. Have you been watching social media shows recently? Of course you have. We have been live streaming for 4 years across social media platforms. We produce over 70 shows with over 1,000 episodes. In the process, we've helped over 100 creators realize their dreams and start their own show. We give platforms to promote your business. If you are an artist, if you have an event, if you are entrepreneurs, or if you have a story. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe and follow us on major social media platforms. And if you have a great idea of a show, join us. Social media shows can help you produce and live stream your own show. Let us help you make your dream become a reality.
Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause, because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, Social Media Shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
Amazing, amazing. Good morning, Las Vegas. Did you guys have your coffee yet? You know, I love my matcha tea from Starbucks. So, you know, often I get people walking in here bringing my matcha tea. So, but I know I have one coming actually. Yeah, thank you so much for you. They're bringing it later here in my studio. But anyways, guys, yeah, coffee actually wakes you up in the morning. What time you guys get up?
I get up early. I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
They get up like
That's
maybe
Saturday.
10.
It's a good question. It depends on the day, right?
Well, yeah, you know, the thing here is the reason why I have the Rise and Shine at 11 here in Vegas. People wake up at 1. You know, because we are in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, Vegas is a 24-hour town.
Exactly. So yeah, there it must be morning somewhere else, right?
5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So anyways, guys, we have the Prolific Home Solution founders here. We have Marilou, who is a co-Filipino, and we have Michael and Amy. And you know, here's the deal. I've been wanting these people here in my studio for a long time, probably 6-7 months. Probably, right? More
That's
or
about
less.
that time,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And I'm so honored to have them here talk about their 501c. And if you listen to the previous segment, they actually brings up so interesting and helpful information about how to, you know, how to maintain your home and stay in your home even on bad times. So anyways, I have another question for you guys. This is a little bit kind of sensitive, not really sensitive personally, but I don't know if you see what's going on. We have inflation. We actually under recession. I don't know if you notice it.
We're in the industry, yeah.
So feds are trying to fight that, but then also businesses, we're trying to balance it. I don't know if you noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the interest rates just went up, and we as traders, I'm a stock trader, we as traders, we're trying to actually control that. I don't know if you guys understand that stock traders control the economy as well. So if Fed said, I'm raising the rates, what traders does is they either stop trading, not buying, or they buy. So if Fed said, I'm raising the rates, we'll say, you know what, we're not doing anything on the stocks. We're actually stopping trading. We're not buying anything. And then that will take the Feds, take the interest rates down.
Well, I hope so, because they're scheduled to be raised again
That-
November 1st.
Here's the deal: is I'm not the only stock trader. We have billion of people around the world that are trading,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
So even though I said I stopped trading, the other people like, let's go and buy. So it keeps on going up, and then Feds will say, oh, it's still good. Let's go ahead and raise the. So first thing that I want to tell to all our viewers out there is stop buying. Because when you stop buying, inflation will go down. If you keep on buying, inflation goes up. Right now, I'm gonna go back to my question. I love actually talking about economy. I am so obsessed with that. But anyways, rates went up, and there are kind of rumor that we're gonna go. We actually kind of went into a little bit of worse than 2008 recession. Do you guys know that? No?
No, well, not necessarily when it comes to the housing market. In 2008, the housing market lost almost all of the equity that it had,
Mm-hmm.
and it took all this time to build back up.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, with the rates going up, we're in a situation where property values are going down again, but it's nowhere near the extent that it was in 2008.
Are you sure about that? Go check your facts. But anyways, well, so my question is, if we are going to that kind of conversation, which is we already did, okay? Just want to let you guys know, based on all the facts that I got with the feds and everything. And I hope that we gonna actually save that, honestly. And I'm seeing the light on the tunnel, that we're gonna be able, we are not gonna go down there, all right? So how would you guys help these people if in case that happen, in case?
These people being the homeowners and
And then they're
trouble?
losing, yeah.
Same way we've always been doing it. The fact that someone is facing a challenge in real estate
Mm-hmm.
rarely has anything.
Is there any special way would you be able to,
As far as saving their home, it would be the same as we
the
would do
same as,
before.
So it will help them, still save their house with all the steps that you guys have.
Mhm.
Have you guys, how many clients have you saved so far?
Well, that's a good question.
I've saved at least
Dozens?
I've
Dozens?
at least 5 that I've been personally involved with over the last couple of years. Actually 6. I just got another one.
Hypothetically, or within the company. You've been doing this for 3 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, 5.
So
Okay, let me rephrase the question. How many clients you have so far? Because you know what, you are very new, so we cannot actually put that yet. In 5 years, then we can go back and see what's the statistic. But how many families you have in your book so far?
So we've helped dozens of families. So the thing is, we need to be clear. Even though our goal is to help families save their property, if at all possible, it's not always a possibility.
Yeah, that's why I said just the one that you are helping, like your clients base, not the one you help. Not the one that is successful. Everybody, the numbers.
You want the whole.
Yeah.
We've
Because that's very important. You know, what important is how many people are you extending your hand, right?
We extend every single one of them
Mm-hmm.
as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
But there are so before pandemic, they were more likely 9 out of 10 or 1 out of 9 that we tried. Out of 10 we saved.
Mm-hmm.
There will be 1 successful. It's that bad. Okay.
No, that's not bad.
Okay.
1 is good.
Yes.
But
But
0.
but
Right?
Correct.
when pandemic happened, it reversed. It's like we actually
You
had
nine?
one. Yeah, we actually had one specific volunteers we had.
Mm-hmm.
They knocked on 9 doors, and 8 of them was saved, and only one
One.
couldn't be saved.
That-
and it was the reverse.
That's a really good turnout.
Yes.
Isn't it?
So
Well, so during COVID, when banks were not allowed to foreclose, it was in their better interest to offer loan modification to try to save the loan
Mm-hmm.
so that people actually start paying again.
Yeah.
But now that the moratorium is over and now that the forbearance is over, the banks are not as interested in keeping the loan in place. Although a lot of times it's in their best interest to
You know
keep
why?
the
It's
loan.
because also of the interest rates. The Fed's, the Fed's helping the banks, not us.
People, if the rates are too high, then people can't get a mortgage, and so the banks then don't get that. They don't get the
Yeah.
mortgages. So it does help them to offer more loan modifications to get those assets performing again for them. So that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because they weren't allowed to foreclose.
Yeah,
during,
they couldn't.
during-
So they had all these
Yeah.
underperforming, non-performing assets on their books, which makes them look bad to the feds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
and-
affects their ability to lend.
Mm-hmm. So let's get these assets
Because
performing again.
the reason why they're raising rates is they're trying to actually see if they can actually have the inflation down, but they're not helping. They are making things worse. And like what I said, but I'm not mocking on the Feds because Powell is trying. He's very hard. Do you know that Powell is the most genius, the most powerful actually, the most powerful person on the planet Earth because he can move the money. He can move. He said, if you're gonna go crash, he can just press one button and we'll crash. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I called him. He is the most powerful person. And I know that he has to look on so many aspects if he has to raise the the rates or not, right? But at the same time is, come on, inflation is so high. Look at that. Do you know that Las Vegas has the the highest rates of inflation among all states?
No, we did not know.
Whoopee!
16%.
I read it was number 2, but
No, we're number one. 16.
Up there, whatever.
16%. Everywhere else is 7% and below. We are 16% here in Vegas.
Yay. We gotta be good at something.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Oh gosh. Come on, Powell. Give us a break, please.
So what they've effectively done by raising interest rates is convert a seller's market, right? Just a year ago, property values were higher than they've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And so by raising the interest rates, they've actually converted a seller's market into a buyer's market now.
Mm-hmm.
But the challenge is with interest rates as high as they are, average families can't qualify for loans for the high dollar amount properties. And so now you have a lot of corporations coming in and purchasing up all the properties.
It's
So-
because also the freaking raiders. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why our inflation is up, because of the freaking raiders. Thank you, raiders. But anyway, yeah. Well, you said it turns to buyers. How's the? Do you have any idea how are the buyers doing? Not the business buyers. I don't want the commercial ones. I want the residential ones.
So we're starting to get more inventory on the MLS
Mm-hmm.
because fewer buyers can qualify for loans.
So so how's the ratio of buyers and property right now, listings?
So listings, they're still low comparatively to a balanced market,
Mm-hmm.
but we're starting to get more and more properties on the MLS sitting longer and longer, simply because the buyer pool can't qualify for the loans for average size homes.
They just have to increase their credit report and their income. That's what it is.
Oh, is that all? No problem. Got this.
It's so easy, right?
Right.
Right. Let's go and call
Prolific.
prolific.
Home solutions.
Prolific. I'm sorry, I'm Filipino. You probably
can say it.
practice this so long, right? Prolific.
Prolific home solution. I
Yeah.
like that word. Yes.
Yeah, it's her company, so she can she practiced a long time. Yeah, prolific home
Solutions. Yes.
solutions.
So our website's
So,
actually
Yeah, what's your website?
www.prolifichomesolutions.org
.org.
because we're a nonprofit organization.
So talking about nonprofit organization, do you guys have like funds to help you guys out, help other people?
Actually, that's something that we need, right? As a nonprofit organization, we operate 100%
Mhm.
off donation sponsorships and volunteers.
Mm-hmm. So where they can donate if they want to donate, Marilou?
Amy, where's that?
Same thing,
On the website.
On the website.
ProlificHomesolutions.org. There's a big donate button.
Button in there,
upper
yeah.
right, at the
Yes.
bottom of every page.
Or you can just go and Google it and it will come up.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
True. She's right.
I love this talking, so I know where to go. But anyways, guys, so let's get into a little bit what I told you earlier about what we're gonna talk in the end.
Well, so you brought up a
Oh,
question
the
earlier.
education, yes.
Yeah, so you brought up a question earlier. You said how many families are we able to help? So we've helped dozens of families already. We probably have about 10 families that we're working with right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we're
that's,
limited.
That's after you help other people, right?
Yeah, we've
yes.
already helped dozens of people, right?
Yes,
and
so-
we're
and then
currently working
currently,
with
yes.
right around 10 families.
You can be the next one.
But the challenge is we're limited in the amount of staffing that we have and the amount of volunteers that we have working. A lot of our volunteers have full-time jobs also.
Mm-hmm.
So we have an opportunity to be able to help more families because we're expanding. We're looking for people that want to believe in our mission and want to plug in and
I
help those
believe
families.
in their mission.
And then there's also an income opportunity that's associated with it.
So yeah, so you were talking about earlier about the education part. Yeah. So how can they be part of the education part?
So actually, like I talked about 5 years ago, I was a maintenance guy.
Mhm.
I didn't know anything about real estate, and then when I became a realtor, I still didn't learn anything about the investing side of real estate. So I had to plug into an education program that taught me all these different strategies that we utilize to help homeowners. And by plugging into that education, I learned how to help these families. But with that education, there's an opportunity to share it with other people, right? And let's just say, for example, like, and I don't want to say any names, but there's a lot of guru companies out there that teach real estate education, right? And so let's say Amy brought me to one of the guru programs, and I got caught up in the hype. Woohoo! I'm going to the back of the room. I'm signing up for their program, right? They didn't pay Amy anything for bringing me to their program to learn their real estate education, right? The company that we're associated with for the real estate education actually has a compensation plan. So if Amy was the one who brought me to our group and I bought the education to learn how to do what we do so I could apply the education, Amy gets compensated for introducing me to that
That's
education.
amazing. That's amazing. So you're saying that if they sign up with your education system, they can get paid if they bring in their family too.
They have opportunity to share that education with other people as well, and
Imagine if we
give
are
money.
all educated with all of these things, because everybody needs to know.
So the idea is to use the education, make money, share the education with other people, make some money, use that money to invest in real estate to make more money. The entire program makes people money.
So you are talking about investing in real estate. Is it like buying real estate or
Buying, selling,
buy and
leasing,
sell,
wholesaling, every aspect that comes
do you,
to real
do you
estate.
guys know? Do you guys know that when you're buy and sell real estate, you don't need to be a license?
Yes, we do.
Bingo.
I don't have one. I don't have a license.
You're right. You do not need to have a license to buy and sell real estate on your own behalf.
And when you are investor, I do trading. I don't need to be licensed.
Not for your own
We
behalf. you
are
don't.
unlocking so many things in this world that we have been told before that you need this and that and this. Yeah, people, believe me. As long as you go and look on the fine prints, because you will figure out that you don't need these such things and such things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Buy and sell, I just realized that. I went to my research and I'm like, oh, so I paid so much money on my schooling, which is good, and then they want me to pay another money for my license, and I don't want it. I said, yeah, I have the knowledge, right? But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go a little bit into your personal life. So I'm gonna start with Marilou, actually.
Oh no.
Marilou, so you.
Now I'm afraid.
Well, she is the reason why I'm picking on Marilou is because Filipinos have to shine in the U.S. because we are smart, pretty, and genius. And I said smart twice? Yes, you're right. But anyways, so how did you get, I know that you are married to Michael, and sometimes when you're married, whatever they're doing, you guys start getting involved, right? So how did you get into this kind of about what you guys are doing right now?
So I was actually licensed realtor in 2006,
Oh.
7 and 8. Those are the numbers that you need to already.
Yes.
I don't even have to.
Yeah.
But for that reason, that I end up going back to being a blackjack dealer.
Oh, you're a blackjack dealer.
Yeah, I was a blackjack dealer, and I quit it because I wanted to do real estate. And to find out, 2006 and 7 and 8 and 9, that didn't work out for me. So, and then being a blackjack dealer, I just got tired. My body tells me to do something else. I became an Uber driver, making 6 figures driving
Wow.
Uber.
Don't underestimate those Uber drivers, because you know what? They have the freedom. They can kick you out in their car and they make the money, okay? And they earn that money on their behalf without paying any boss. No boss.
No bosses.
Yeah,
Yes.
so don't
So
go ahead.
So that was the one thing I really like about driving Uber. But then pandemic happened. while I was in.
Were you married then?
Rio. Yeah, we were married.
Okay.
We've been married for 9 years, almost 9 years now. We've been so pandemic happened, and we all had to stay home. Yet at the same time, my husband
I'm
and
glad you
Amy.
never get rid of them.
My husband and Amy was still doing all this real estate, and while I'm waiting for my pandemic unemployment assistant (PUA), I think they were making money,
And you
so
were like,
I decided in 2021, December 2021, and I said, if pandemic is still around, I'm going to join them 100%. So
That was 2020.
that's a good decision, huh?
2020, I'm sorry, 2020 of December. 2021, that's when I came 100% with it. And as much as I love driving Uber, and I have nothing to say bad about Uber, but this one gives me a lot of freedom to do, and I'm
And
like
you're
my
part of-
passion. My
yeah,
passion
part of
is to
it.
really like to put homeowners first.
And you were
Once-
you were
yes.
a real realtor, so
Yes.
this is technically your calling.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
this is, and
your-
so I put my.
And I
so-
understand. Well, you know what? I know what I can read what you're thinking at that time, because especially a lot of Filipinos, we want to stay in this box, and stepping out of our box is a big move for us. And if you see Filipinos that stepping out of those box, follow those Filipinos, because you know what, they're gonna go to the top.
I want to
Oh, wow.
point out how modest she actually is, because she's been doing real estate for a long time, just in the Philippines.
Oh, in
Right?
the Philippines too, yeah.
So we actually got back from the Philippines just recently, and we actually own 10 acres of beachfront property that we're building a resort on there.
Nice.
But we also just looked at properties in Boracay, properties in Angeles City, properties in Cebu, where
you should go Lawag
we're
too.
also investing in doing real estate in the Philippines.
That's amazing. Oh yeah, that's great.
My
Bring-
goal is
giving,
not
giving
only
jobs to our Filipinos.
not only that. Wow, you're reading my mind.
She was just going to say that.
I was just
Right.
about to say that
Just don't mind
to
that.
bring jobs to my hometown, first of all, in Bacuag, and here is my dedication for the people that for what we do is that it doesn't matter whether it brings us money, profit wise, hardly any profit comes in or anything like that. But I want to go ahead and make sure that those homeowners get the best they can get before losing their house. If there's have any chance they can save it, we will.
Yeah, you have the heart. You see, or like what I said earlier, you have the calling. So yeah, you know, here's the deal: is when you have the calling, yeah, you're gonna be like actually rerouted in different direction, but you're gonna end up where your calling is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I say. And you know, congratulations and good for you. Yeah, that's amazing.
Jobs for Bacuag.
But anyways, I was listening to you said you're a blackjack dealer.
Mhm.
You should do stock trading with me. I am actually not a poker dealer, but I am a poker player. That's the reason I love mind games.
Mm-hmm.
I can actually read minds. But anyways, no, I'm not. You know, I'm not. But anyways, Amy. So what's I know kind of read a little bit of your bio, but besides that, you know how you get into this business. What do you used to do? You're a realtor too?
No, actually, I've never done real estate before getting involved with the community that we're a part of.
You just get mad at them, right? You. I'm gonna get you. No, guys.
I don't know about that, but you know, no, I grew up in the 9 to 5. You know, go to school, get a good education, so you can get a good job, and be a desk jockey for my whole life. And
This jockey?
a desk jockey.
What is that?
Yes.
Basically, I sit at a desk.
Cubicles.
A cubicle,
Oh! Yes. Yeah. Okay. go
a
ahead.
cubicle gopher, whatever you call it, you know. And so I have done a fair number of things in my life, but the last job I had was bookkeeping, and that was mostly what I had for probably
I
the
love
8 years before
bookkeeping.
that. I think it's great. I love it as well.
No, I just love looking at those. Yeah. No.
Yeah. So I was doing that, and I basically got trapped in the 9 to 5. I wasn't, you know, the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, and I didn't have enough money to go do the things I want to do,
Yeah.
which is go hang out with my family. And my family lives in Washington, and it's at least a
Oh,
plane ticket
We're in Washington.
in Spokane, Eastern Washington.
Oh, okay.
So-
Hey, you hear this? She's from Washington.
Go Cougs. Anyway, so I couldn't do that. And I couldn't take time off. I wasn't making enough money and all of that. And so
Paycheck to paycheck.
exactly
Yeah.
right, and that's what a
And-
lot of us get stuck in, and
Right, yeah.
there's no way out. And my partner at the time said, hey, let's go do real estate, and I was like, that's scary.
Yeah.
There's a lot of zeros and there's a lot of legal. Oh my gosh, I can mess up my life. I can mess up your life. I can mess up their life. And ended up actually meeting Michael at a property tour, and which is where when we have a property that is in the process of rehab or we're purchasing, what have you, we open it up so that people can come in and see what we do. We explain how we found it, how we funded it, all that stuff. And so that's where I met Michael, and it wasn't even your property where I met you. But I heard the story and I said, okay. And they said, you know what? Come to this event and here are the things.
You better
So
go
I
to their
went.
event, okay?
Thursdays at 6:45.
Yeah.
And so I went and I said, oh my gosh,
I like this.
I like this. I like the people. There's people here that know what they're doing. I can go learn how to do it. And then I have the knowledge, but then I can go help. And so when I have something that I'm working on, I can go to Michael or, other people in the community too. He just happens to have been doing this longer than me. And I can say, hey, this is what I got. What do you think? What could be my next steps? And so that's how I got into this, is because the 9 to 5 told me I need to be independently wealthy to do all the things that I want to do. How do I get independently wealthy? I love my dad. He's a smart man, but he's not going to leave me enough to be independently wealthy when he passes. So I got to figure this out, how to do it myself. And this is what I found. And so I haven't worked for anybody but myself since September of 2019.
Nice.
So that freedom that Marilou was talking about, yeah, she was making a bunch of money in Uber, but she didn't mention that she was working 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's
12
no
hour
time
days, yeah.
off.
Yeah.
And I now have the ability to be like, oh, I have an interview at 11 o'clock on Friday. Let's go. I don't have a job. I have to be, hey, can I take Friday off so I can go do this thing? I don't have to do that.
And I didn't know that Uber actually makes 6-figure income. I didn't really know that.
I was actually one of the very high earner here in Las Vegas. I was not. I'm work oriented. If I put my mind into it, and I was happy doing it. You will not find anyone as happy as I can be doing Uber.
No, because you have the freedom. You can stop anytime you want. You don't have a boss said, no, you're gonna have to stay here until 5 p.m.
No.
It is freedom. But anyways, do you know that when you said you are doing bookkeeping, meaning you are actually analytical. That's why when you got presented with something, you kind of like analyze it. I'm gonna mess them up. But what you don't realize is when you're doing the big bookkeeping, you can actually mess up your client's book anytime too.
Absolutely, which is why education is so important. I'm educated in bookkeeping, so I have the confidence to do it without fear. Real estate,
You're like,
not.
oh yeah.
I was not. But now that I am, I have much more confidence to go
That's
out and
good,
do it.
yeah.
I'm not going to mess up your life because I screwed
She
up.
knows, yeah, she knows,
Now
and
I know.
she's been there. That's the best education in life is experience.
Mhm.
So Amy actually also mentioned that when she first found out about the opportunity, she plugged in with the community. And that's what we are. We're a community of like-minded individuals who
Nice.
focus on making our income through real estate investing. And we come together as a community to help each other out so that we truly believe that, it's an acronym, right? Together everyone achieves more. But we firmly believe that working together as a team,
Yep.
having the same mindset and same goals, it's going to be a lot easier for us to accomplish them collectively.
Awesome. So when is your next training or your meeting?
Actually, we're playing a game
Tomorrow.
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 So,
And
have
where
you
is
ever
that?
heard of Robert Kiyosaki?
No. What is
No?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Really? Are you kidding
No,
me?
I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
you better put that on your list.
Yes.
Read the
Rich
book.
Dad, Poor Dad. Read that book. But Robert Kiyosaki, he created Rich Dad, Poor Dad. But he created this game.
It's a board game.
And the game is called, what's it called?
Cash flow.
Cash flow, yeah. So in that game, it's like Monopoly, but on steroids, right? So we use that game to play in real estate, and we treat the game as if we were actually doing stuff in real
Wow.
life, so we could get a feel of how the different people within our community look at different scenarios.
You should live stream that game.
So
I think
actually
so.
tomorrow
That
we're
would be
playing the
fun.
game at 11:15 a.m.
11:50.
till about 1:30.
And where is
right?
that?
Well, actually, so we've partnered with Vice Realty. That's
Mhm.
where I hang my license. So
Mhm.
so we host most of our events there.
There.
So it's Vice Realty is 1900 Western Avenue,
Mhm.
and we're going to be playing Cash Flow tomorrow at 11:15 a.m.
Awesome.
But if you want to play with us, reach out. Let us know you're coming,
Yes.
so we
what,
could
where
plan
they can
for
reach
you.
you guys at?
Phone number.
Actually, you could call me directly.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
My phone number is 702-797-0888. That's my personal direct line.
And where they can donate again, Amy?
ProlificHomeSolutions.org. Check
And
it out.
your website?
Same place.
So-
www.prolifichomesolutions.org.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys are amazing, guys. Thank you so much for inspiring and educating all my viewers. I am so honored to have you guys here. I hope to have you guys again in the future. And
Look forward to it.
I would like to actually just let you guys know there's a lot of events going on here in Las Vegas. My friend Tony Arias, Rose Kingsley, I'm trying to remember all of you guys. There's a lot of events that's going on. Go and see them. American Italian Club. They have, I try to remember everywhere, but go online, go on my website. It's all in there. And next week, we're going to have Rose Kingsley on Tuesday, 11 a.m. on Rise and Shine Las Vegas. We also have, I believe, Brenda Daly on Vegas View. And I wish I can remember all the guests coming up next week. But stay tuned. Go to socialmediashows.com and you'll see all the good events, good things happening in Las Vegas and all our shows in social media shows. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys again next week.